At Audio-Technica, we like to take the mystery out of the dark arts of wireless system design. The first thing to consider when designing a wireless system for a venue is to think about the coverage area. Where will the microphones be mainly used? Next is to understand where there is space for the rack unit to go, and also where the antennas could be placed. Plan to have a clear line of sight from your transmitters to the antenna within 100 meters. If you have a crowd of people that will be in between your antenna and transmitters, raise the antennas to avoid transmitting through people. If there are multiple coverage areas, plan to have multiple pairs of antenna to cover each area. If the distance between antennas and transmitters is too far, place the antenna closer and extend with antenna cables. We recommend RG8 50 ohms cable for cable runs that are longer than 4 meters. For very long cable runs, you may lose some signal. You can see on this chart the amount of signal loss depending on a cable length. It also depends on the frequency band you're running. To negate the cable loss, we have optional boosters, and we also have an active antenna with a booster built in. The placement of boosters is also very important. We want them to be close to the antenna position before any cable loss. If you require a second set of boosters, plan to have those midway through your cable run. We use 2 antennas on our wireless system to create a diversity system. This helps avoid any dropouts due to multi-reflections of the signal, creating destructive interference. When placing the antennas, if you split them up too much, you can hinder this diversity system, which is not cool. A good rule of thumb is to keep your antennas around a 1:20 ratio with your transmitting distance. For example, if you're transmitting 20 meters, set up your antennas about a meter apart. If you're transmitting 40 meters, set them up to be around 2 meters apart. If you're at the side of a stage, keep those antennas on the same side. Remember, if you need to cover 2 different areas, plan to have a diversity pair of antenna covering each location, and use combiners to wire them back to the main system. Once you know how many systems you require and the design of your layout for the antenna, cables and boosters, we have a simple Excel spreadsheet called the System Builder, which can help installers and integrators design wireless systems and make specifying even complex systems take just a few minutes. So here we have the bundles laid out, the joining plates, charging stations, antenna distribution, remote antenna, active cable accessories, and cables for antenna. Let's start with the bundles. For this system I'm designing, we require 2 handheld systems, and we've chosen the condenser microphones for extra clarity. Hit 2 in the box, press return, and it automatically fills in the joining plates and the antenna distribution. We also need 10 headset systems and 2 tie clip systems. Here we can see the system has added number of systems 14. It gives you your rack space for the systems and the distribution. We now have an option of charging stations, where we can use 7 of those because there are 2 dock units. And notice how the power supply, we only require 2. Each power supply can be used for up to 5 systems with the link cables, which makes them very efficient for power. Now we come down to our remote antenna. We'll have 2 of the booster wall mount style. Notice the A49 is a pair and the A410P is a single unit. Now I don't require any boosters because this one has a 12 dB booster inside, and for my cable runs I require 2 16 meter cables. hit return, and there is my system. I can quickly click this little button, take off the blanks, and there's a list of all my equipment. I can even give the customer a 5% discount by hitting in there, and then it works out all of the costings. We also have the Network 3000 series system builder. This is a little bit more complex as the receiver and transmitters require ordering separately. I have a 10-way system, so I have my receivers there. We're going to use 4 belt pack systems, all with headsets. And then on the handhelds, I want 6 handheld systems. And I want to include the Artist Elite capsules, which we have as an option here. The joining plate's automatically adjusted. On the charging dock, I have 2 different options, the networked version and the non-networked. I'm going to use the network charging station so I can monitor the charging stations over the Audio-Technica monitoring software. For my remote antenna, I'm going to use 2 of the active ones again. And my cable run is a little bit shorter this time, so I just need 8 meters. And again, I'll hit the button up here, hit the blank, and we have our list of products. Designing a 3000 series wireless system is very simple and straightforward, and if you want any help, training or advice, please contact us or comment below.